everyone, to Spartan Stadium in San Jose, California, and to the exciting highlights of Pacific Procession 83, the 17th annual Pacific Procession Drum and Bugle Corps Field Competition. Sanctioned by Drum Corps International, the Pacific Procession features all the color and spectacle of 9 of the best drum and bugle corps in the United States, performing and competing for top honors, including the coveted title of Pacific Procession Champion. Moderating this year's competition are your hosts, Terry Phillips and Dave Owens.
Hello there, I'm Terry Phillips, and with me is one of the best drill designers in the United States, Dave Owens. Dave, as you know, I'm a newcomer to drum and bugle corps, and so I'm hoping that you'll help me out a little bit here in commentary. Why don't you begin by explaining a little bit about why all these people are here and what all the excitement's about?
Okay, well, basically what's going on here tonight, this is one of the series of competitions that these corps from all over the United States are traveling to attend. The members themselves range in age up to 22 years of age. This isn't necessarily a major competition, but it certainly is one of the usually more exciting competitions of the season.
The first group to perform here tonight from Santa Ana, California is the Velvet Knights. I'll run down the list of who else you'll be seeing here. The San Jose Raiders, the Troopers from Casper, Wyoming, who are celebrating their 25th anniversary, Valley Fever from Modesto, California, the Skyriders from Hutchinson, Kansas, the Crossmen from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Freelancers from Sacramento, California, the Blue Devils from Concord, California, who won the Pacific Procession last year.
That's correct.
And the host corps, the Santa Clara Vanguard. And now here are the Velvet Knights from Santa Ana, California. Dave, I think you'd have to agree that the Velvet Knights can flashy, definitely an LA-looking group.
That's true.
Now, what can you tell me about their technique? Is there an intent here to look impressive?
Their intent, I think, is more of a laid-back approach. They try to get into the almost the comical relief of the whole idea of the drum corps. They tend to do things that are a little bit off the wall on purpose just to get that kind of reaction.
Well, let's see what they're going to do next.
San Jose. Please welcome the Raiders.
Well, San Jose Raiders have been around for, I guess, about 3 or 4 years now, Dave. And just like the Velvet Knights who we just saw, they have kind of a unique look to them, too. There's something I'm curious about. Why do they have 2 drum majors?
Well, for various different reasons. One could be just an organizational thing. Maybe they just like the addition of another leader on the field in case anything does go wrong. A lot of corps use 2 drum majors just for conducting purposes. So when they're facing front, they have a drum major. When they're facing backfield, they have someone else who they can watch to conduct.
Yeah. Well, they're about to begin, so why don't we go back down to the field as the Raiders continue and are about to begin their performance.
Raiders, you may take the field in competition. Raiders.
Well, that, of course, was the San Jose Raiders. Quite a, again, flashy, not to overuse that word, but quite a flashy corps. The Troopers are going to be on the field in just a moment. And by the way, they are from Casper, Wyoming, and they're celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. The Troopers are quite a troop, and they are probably much more traditional in the way of a drum and bugle corps. They look more like, I suppose, a Civil War corps than anyone else we've seen so far this evening. Their average age, by the way, is 16. It's generally a fairly young group. They were formed back in 1957, and they're here in San Jose, California tonight, participating in the Pacific Procession.
Troopers, you may take the field in competition.
Dave, I don't know what you can say about the troopers except spectacular. That was some show.
That sure was.
What can you tell me about the troopers that we don't know from their spectacular performance here?
Well, the troopers have done an awful lot for the drum corps community. They were the standard for so many years. A lot of the instructors came from troopers that are now teaching the top corps in the country now. So the drum corps has a lot to thank the troopers for.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's an awful lot to look at, and I really don't know where to look. Now, as a drill designer, Dave, what do you look for in these troops?
Well, when designing drill, you try to design from an overall standpoint. In other words, what the person in the stands will see. And then what you also try to do is try to also design for the people that are close to the field so they get their own show. So you try to combine all the different things of lots of things going on everywhere, so there's a show for everyone in the stadium.
Valley Fever, you may take the field in competition.